Welcome everybody to the Athena Beach Complex for the highlight of the March bowling scene here at the wonderful Athena Beach Complex in Paphos, Cyprus at the Constantinou Brothers Athena Beach Hotel. We're just going to watch this game between Frank Jolly and Tony Chesters. Game's 21 up, both off 3. First end, Frank leading out. Slight delay while I chuck the block back for them, and we'll start again. Okay. Frank's leading out in a lovely hot summer's, feels like a summer's day today. Approaching 20 degrees, sunny all day. First ball from Frank. Finishing 2 foot short, slightly tight. Now the reply from Tony. A little bit further, pace just taking it past the jack. Just gone too far. Move the camera so you can see there's an end just in front. Last bowl of Tony's looked like a good one. Looked like a good one all the way. One to Tony Chesters. Tony now back to full health after a health scare. He's had a patch of looked a bit nasty, cut away from his skin, but he's in fine fettle now and enjoying himself in the sun. Tony's bowl, 6 foot past the jack. Good reply from Frank. Now what can Tony do with this ball? What can Tony do with this ball? Oh, what a good ball. It is, as they say, as close as it looks. Nick and Frank just ponder what to do. Is he going to go the peg? Is he going to play through? I think he's gone the other peg. And he's still looking at it. Is it just going to go tight? Just going to peg tight. Another one for Tony. 5-3. Just in the pitch there is Mr. Paul Hemming. commonly known as angry. Right, so Tony's led out again. His left-handed mark. Playing his finger peg. Into the shade. Just had to move the camera again. Yeah. Tony shouts "whoa" for this one. Certainly not short. Oh, a nice little in-off never does anybody any harm. Don't think Frank can believe it. What can Frank do with this? Right-hander's thumb peg mark. Oh, I'm not sure he's there. Needs to work a miracle, this bowl. Two more for Tony, who apologises for his second bowl. Pulls 4 clear. Tactics working well so far for Tony, going almost a full distance corner to corner. So right by the side of the green, so there may be something just in the way. It's another good bowl from Tony. Frank's bowl just went off. Just try and get a slightly better camera position. Two good bowls from Frank so far. Sorry, two good bowls from Tony so far. Can Frank save? Can Frank win it with this bowl? Well, it's sneak past one. Is it closest though? Has it won the end? Tony doesn't know. I think he may just favour his own bowl. Yeah, one more for Tony. No need to change things. Left-handed mark. Just going to get his jack back after it being hit. But he's sitting the eye in the opposite corner. Tactics working well so far. Left-hander's finger peg. Almost to the corner. length bowl from Tony. Looks like Frank's won it with that one. What can Tony do about that? Well, he's still watching his bowl. He still likes it, you know. Will it stop in time? Will it stop on? Well, it stopped on. Frank's just asked who's on and he's been told by Barry Booth he's just lost his first round game that he is on. So can he couple up, can he make a pair? The answer to that would appear to be no. So Frank's on the scoreboard. I would imagine he may do change of tactic. Cutting the green in half. Coming right down towards me. Ball gets hit. Just bear with me a second. Right, we'll start again. Frank's ball got hit. His tactic was to cut the green in half, barely going 23-24 yards. They're coming down straight towards me, or just past me. Frank's ball's on the way. And it's, as you can see on the screen, just over a yard away from the jack. Right-hander's thumb peg, left-handed Tony Chester's finger peg mark. Can it stop? Gone out for me. Frank's improved with this. Tucked behind the jack. Well, I don't think Tony sent this, didn't get it away quite as well. All he had to do was take a couple of foot out of his first bowl, and he's not able to do it. Took too much out. I think he's left two. Frank just waiting for Tony just to check before he signals two to the marker. Tony wants measures. Concedes now. Now, where does Frank go with this? What plans he got for this mark? thumb peg. After 2 bowls, Frank is on. Thinks it's too far. It's too far, but gets another. What can the left-handed Tony Chester say about this? He's tight as he dares be. Too far as well. Different game without the jack. Tactic to change the length has worked well so far for Frank. No need to change. Right-handers, thumb peg mark straight across the middle of the green. The jack just in somebody else's land, so it's going to get thrown back. And it'll start again. Yeah, he sent the jack. Bowl on the way. You can see it getting closer and closer to the jack and stopping. Well, Frank won't be too happy with that. What it has made Tony do is change his peg. He's gone his thumb peg in. Frank's followed it. Gone his finger. If he's there, can this run? Can this run? Pulls up short. Can Tony Chester's therefore make 2 to take back the lead? Well, Frank's just having a look. It's only 1. You see, playing directly away from us. Tony Chester's left-hander, finger peg mark. Oh, Frank couldn't get past it, knocks it closer, but may have just had enough momentum to get past. Tony's second bowl's on the way, not short. Goes through the gap and may go off. Oh, it's just perches on the end. As soon as Frank moves his head, you'll be able to see it. Plenty of room by the jack if you want to put one there. You'd think the same pace on Frank's first bowl, just with a clear run, would be good enough to win. Well, it passes the jack. Will it stop? Will it stop in time? It does. One more to Frank Jolly. Well, we must be doing something right because Frank's playing towards us again. Right-hander's thumb peg mark. Ball within 4 feet. Once again, Tony's gone. His own thumb peg in, changed the land, and I think that may have just slipped by. Frank's urging this bowl on, urging it on, must beat his own. Well, certainly closest. Room again though for Tony. Frank, what's the score? Pardon? What's the score, Frank? 9 across. You're live on camera, so don't swear.
I'm 1 down.
And you're 1 down. 10-9. Too much room, says Frank, which is quite correct. What does Tony do with this jack? Eye in the hotel corner. Didn't fancy that, so goes left-hander's finger peg mark up the side of the green. Straight along that edge we're playing, almost as if there's a seam in the carpet or a ridge, as so many crown green bowlers will know. Sorry about the shoddy camera work. Just zoom out slightly. So by the shot of Tony Chester's backside as well. Tony's looking at them. Asks if he can take one out. Tony's still looking. Frank says it's only one. Tony keeps on looking just to make sure. One it is. 11-9. What tactic will Tony pursue? Look like he's carrying on with this shorter mark. Down the seam, straight across this edge. Challenging me camera work. Do hope you can see. Shooting directly into the sun's never a great idea. Both bowls short of the jack, but Tony's is closest. Now, trying to get inside those two bowls, bit of extra pace. Oh, what a good bowl this is. Now, what can Frank say about this? Tightest bowl of the lot. Will it have? Oh, it's just slipped by. Goes out, leaves two. Back to 4 in front, 13-9. Tony Chester's once again playing in front of us. Left-handed, finger peg mark. Bias to the ditch. Not an awful lot wrong with that. The barest touches on the jack. Not the worst attempt from Frank. May have gone a yard past, but the jack's only going to go in one direction if there's any kind of connection on that front toucher bowl of Tony's. And Tony puts a covering bowl in. Good tactics. Lies too, but poses big questions here for Frank. Makes Frank trying to beat it with a dead un. Just trying to beat this with a dead un. Will it peg? Will it peg? Wonderful effort. Wonderful effort. It just goes too far. One more to Tony. $14-9. This tactic working well. It's a game of who has the jack, who can control the length, control what land is played. Two-foot past. Very, very slightly on the narrow side. Good bowler, Frank's that. What can Tony do with this? Well, he's still looking at it, still walking after it. He's almost chasing it in. Oh, what a bowl. What a bowl. It's within a few inches of the jack. What can Frank do about this? He's gone. He's turned over. He's trying to play some bowl here. He's just gone tight. He's trying to play it, but almost hugging the edges of the green. Trying to peg into it, but he's gone tight. Leaves one, 15-9. Wonderful bowl there of Tony Chester's. There's not wrong with this tactic so far. Not a bad lead. Not as good as that last lead up here, but you've seen a lot worse. Can Frank just peg round that bowl? Better length. Good bowler, Frank's that. He had a good bowl last end that Tony beat. What can Tony do with this? Same bias on his bowl. Left-handed finger peg. Is he there though? Is he there? No. Oh, Tony looks up to the skies, slaps his thigh, short whilst down, cardinal sin for a crown green bowler. Gives Frank the opportunity for two. Need to clear run. Tony signals that he's two down. An excellent bowler, Frank Jollies. Be nice to have the jack back in his hand. Gets to 11. I think that's 15-11 if I remember rightly. And I think fairly safe to say Frank is not wanting to go on this edge. It's Frank's turn to play for the bit of distance. Straight to the opposite corner. If the jack stays on, it barely stays on. Nothing past, surely. Straight into the hotel corner. Just zoom in, you'll be able to just gather just how close that bowl is. How close the jack is, rather, to the edge of the green. Bit of a crowded corner, and Tony's played an absolute real bowl if it stops. Just inside Frank's bowl. Frank must put 2 yards on his own. Hope for clear run. He's put more than 2 yards on. Needs to stop this bowl, or needs a connection. Almost brushes the jack, but leaves Tony a chance for 2. I think that jack scared Frank. Made sure he didn't go off with his first, and left Tony with an easy opportunity to play a good bowl, which he did. Left him an opportunity to get another good bowl, which he has. 2 good bowls there from Tony. By my rudimentary mathematics, that I use the word might be 17-11. Interesting to see now what Tony will do. He's had success playing corners, he's had success playing along an edge of the green, left-handed against a right-hander. Just wondered what he's doing. He's kindly looking over to me. I'm not going to tell him what to do, but he sends the jack this way. He's took aim. If this goes off, I might have to do the decent thing and chuck it back, so bear with me. Why is it when you send jacks back, you get them away as sweet as a nut? When you send them during the game, anything can happen. Interesting to see what Frank will do here. He's had success playing shorter marks in this game. We're certainly trying to play a longer length, trying to stretch Tony out with his last send of the jack, last end. But what he has done, he's resorted to what he was doing previously at the start of the game, cutting the green in half. Right hander's thumb peg mark across the green, across the middle of the green. And that is Tony's reply to that testing jack of Frank's. Can't get them all much closer to that. Frank's reply has been hit, so we'll get a chance to send it again. But what can he do about that wonderful bowl of Tony Chester's, putting all the pressure on him? All the pressure is on Frank Jolly. What can he do with this? The only good thing I suppose you can say, it's made a bit of a target for him to rest on. Will it just slip past? Just slips past, too much pace? But he's in a good, what you would say is a receiving position. Jack's only going to go one way. Tony sees this, plays slightly tight. Count two. What a good bowl, good covering bowl. You couldn't really put that any better there. You could, if you walked up and placed it, that's where he'd place it. Making Frank really just try and play and sit on the bowl. Trying to play dead weight. Oh, fraction tight, just peg tight. Good effort from Frank Jolly. Didn't really have anything else he could do. Before that wonderful second bowl of Tony's, he had a shot where he could trail the jack, but that option was taken away from him. 18-11 is the cry. Left-handed thumb peg mark. It's a road corner here at the Athena Beach Complex, part of the Constantinou Brothers Complex here in Paphos. Truly wonderful, wonderful hotel, or series of hotels. Can this bowl of Frank's reach? Can it miss that bowl? Just peg inside it. Oh, good bowl from Frank. Tony just want to play fraction tighter than his first. Put a yard in it. It's not short, you know. Can it hit the jack? Oh, now bowl for Frank to make two. Stated again, he needs to start making these twos. Easiest way to get back in the game. He's been very gentle with this bowl. Will it reach? Got it away, put it down very smooth, but very, very softly. Pegging short. Only the one. Frank signals one, gets to 12, 6 behind. Now then, what's going to be his tactics with the jack? What's he thinking? Did he play across the middle of the green? Did he change the length? Trying to play a corner mark? He's trying to play a corner mark the way he sent that. Not gone full into the corners, probably only 3/4. Across the middle of the green, thumb peg. And you can't, not going to get a much better lead than that. I say if you're being really picky, you say, well, I wish he was in front or just behind the jack, but he's making a target. Because Tony's looked at this, he's looked at this. What a wonderful effort, and a slightly unlucky conclusion for him. Just tickle the jack, move Frank's bowl to within what was a side toucher, to within 4 or 5 inches. But a wonderful effort. Now, Frank Jolly, does that make 2? I'm fairly certain Tony Chesters is thinking the same thing. Does that make 2? If it's only 1, he can play the same bowl. Try and trail the jack to his back bowl. Frank says it could be 2. Maybe the worst reply he could have got to his question, is it 1 or 2? It might be. It's made Tony try and play a dead bowl, which is save or count. And it's a wonderful bowl at Tony's to save. 13-18. Slowly deliberate action of Frank's. Cutting the green in half again. Only playing a short mark. It's just gone 18-inch past with that lead bowl of his. What can Tony say with this bowl? Well, good bowl from Tony. Just requires 3 for game. Is that going to be one of them? I think it's made Frank change the peg. It was a thumb peg mark. He played finger. Bit of weight. Can he hit it? Just goes narrow. Gives Tony an option. Play the same peg, though he hasn't got it away well. Oh, he's not happy with that. No danger really. Just didn't get his bowl away properly. Now what does Tony do? Can't go too much of a distance, especially to the corner he's going. Playing a similar length to what they've just played. Left-handers, finger peg mark. Well, 2 foot short. Not an awful lot of room past the jack. What's Frank saying with this bowl? What Frank's saying with this bowl? Passes Tony's lead bowl. Finishes length. Good bowl from Frank Jolly there. Tony's put this down light again. Surely it can't reach this bowl. Surely it can't reach. Now, can Frank couple up? He's played wide just to make sure he doesn't make any contact with Tony's bowl. It's pegged for England at the death, that bowl of Tony's. 2. I've not got an abacus or a calculator, but I think that makes them 14 or 15. But what does he do? Can't really give Tony too many chances to get in. He's playing too well as Tony. But what's he going to do? Can't play a full length mark. There's another jack not just in front of them. So he's had to almost go back to where they came from. Yeah, left room again as Frank. And Tony stepped in. Frank needs to improve a lot here. Still looking at it. It's better land than his first. It's almost a reeling. It's almost a reeling. Now, giving Tony a choice here. Does he try and play dead weight, or does he try and just be a little bit aggressive, sit on Frank's bowl? You haven't got to move it all that far to take it off the green. Well, you saw what he tried to do. Bowl whizzes past the jack. Good attempt. One more to Frank. Now then, what does he do? And just reposition the camera as Frank plays towards us. Towards this side of the green. Thumb peg. That jack, although you have not seen it on screen, that jack finished very weak. He's almost pegging back on it, almost anti-bias as they say. Very weak finish here. The bowl's fighting against the bias. Lovely little kiss on the jack from Tony Chester's bowl. Gives. Oh, Frank's not played one here. Played narrow. Can Tony get 2 with this bowl? Pegged away. It's only 1. Only the single. Tony's shaking his head. Can't believe he's not got two there. All but 15. Thumb peg mark down the side of the green. Played it so well in the middle of the game as Tony. And that is not the worst lead in the world by any sense of the word. Wonderful bowl. Good bowl from Frank though. Good ball from Frank, sat on Tony's bowl. Oh, he's just drifted by. Gives Frank the opportunity for two. He's put this down very softly. Will it get there? Will it get there? Frank can't believe it. Frank cannot believe it. You may have heard his mutterings as he went past. Now, what's Frank's tactics going to be? What does he think is his best ploy with this jack? Going a distance. Going a distance with this jack. To the opposite corner. And the ball's been hit. So we'll start the end again. Frank just readies himself, sends the block. I think it's right-handed player's thumb peg. Just skirts another game's mat. And you know, it's not the worst lead in the world. He has just pegged. He's pegged about 4 foot away from the jack, but it's not the worst bowl there, that. Can the left-handed Tony drag his bowl up from underneath the land where he was? The answer would appear to be no, according to Mr. Paul Hemming, who's been watching this game. What can Frank do with this bowl? Has he reached? Will it peg? You'd say it's got another. Lies 2 to get to 18. Now what's Tony done with this? Well, this ball's not in shot yet, and it may not get in shot because it's short. Oh, Tony can't believe that bowl he's just played there. Now then, what's Frank gonna say? Where's Frank gonna put this jack? Slight concern for him is that jack there probably blocking the path to the corner, so he may decide just to polish things, maybe a slight change of tactic, maybe just move the mat a little bit, take his time, only bowl when he's ready. He's gone thumb peg mark. Almost to the opposite corner. Flirt with the dike, finishes, well, 4 foot past the jack, but certainly not the worst bowl in this corner. And what can Tony say about it? What can Tony say with this bowl? Not as far as Frank's, I can tell you that right now. Not as far as the jack either. Hope you don't ask who's on. I would suspect it's the first bowl. It's Frank's second bowl on the way. Will it stop on? Will it peg? Will it? Only the peg can save it now. Oh, almost. Frank, what score is it? Is it 18-20? 19-20. 20 across. Well, it's a thriller. And Frank will be even more concerned with his second bowl. So nearly counted game.
Just off that way, please.
The opposing corner is clear. Frank just composes himself. Waits to send the jack. Thumb peg. Barely anything past that jack. What you can say about that leader bowler Tony's, it's a length, and it would give anything for it to peg 4 foot more than it did. Now, what's Tony said with this? Just drift by. Oh, Tony can't believe it. Frank can't believe it. Looked at the jack all the way. Now what's Frank gonna do? You think he must try and play a better bowl? You think he must try and play a better bowl. Will it stop on? Oh, he's better lands, but he's sent it too far. Frank can't believe it. Anything within a yard. It's on the way. He's still looking at it. Will it reach though? Has it got there? Has it got there? Is it going to do enough? It is. Excellent bowler Tony Chester's. All the pressure in the world. Had to play a good bowl, not only to win the game but also to save the game. Frank thought he may have done enough to win, but no. Excellent bowler Tony's makes game, and the winner of that game, 21-20, is Tony Chester's.